Konnichiwa, o genki desu ka? So, I have some news. So, on Tuesday, I went on a field trip with my students to the local community college, and as we were walking, one of my students asked me, "So, you've met my mom, right?" And I said, "I think so." And she was like, "Yeah, and you know that she's really old and kind of weird and kind of has a habit of bringing home baby animals." And I was like, "Oh, I think I remember that." And she said, she keeps bringing home puppies, and once they're like 2 or 3 years old, she gives them away, and it's really sad. But the other day, she came home with a little girl, and the little girl was holding a puppy. And I was like, "Oh, cute. That's an adorable puppy," because I thought it belonged to the little girl. And my mom said, "It's your puppy." And then she turned to look at me and said, "So anyways, the point of the story is, do you want a puppy?" So anyways, that is how I got. Just kidding. I did not take the puppy. Although I really wanted to. She actually brought it to the classroom yesterday, and it was so cute and tiny. It was like 6 months old, and it had like huge ears that kind of like, I really wanted it, but I already have 2 cats, and our apartment doesn't allow dogs anyways, but I really wish it did. I probably would have taken it, just like come home with this puppy and said, "Surprise, David, I brought home a baby dog." But no, sadly, no puppy here. Maybe one day though, I'd really like that. Last weekend, I felt really old because, for fun, on Saturday, David, Tyler, and I went to look at condos to buy. Not for me and David, for Tyler, because he can afford a condo. Me and David, not quite yet. But yeah, we just went and looked at all of these different townhomes and lofts and stuff, and it was really cool. I mean, they were really nice, but it just felt like such an adult thing to do on a Saturday. Though we did go to a movie afterwards, Guardian of the Galaxies. Galaxy? No, singular. Galaxy, not galaxies. So, yeah, adulthood. Weird. Okay. Let's see. I finished A Handmaid's Tale. It was pretty good. It wasn't. I didn't really know what to make of it. I get that the point of the book was to show that, to show the lengths that women will go to gain a sense of power, or what's the word I'm looking for? I guess power is an okay word. To gain a sense of power when they're essentially powerless and oppressed. But I just couldn't get behind the idea of the dystopian society portrayed in the novel, because it just seemed so unlikely. It was hard to suspend my disbelief, because it's hard for me to think that in the time span of 3 years, the entire government could be knocked down and a totalitarian regime put in its place that completely subjects women to men's control, where women aren't allowed to own money or go out on their own or read. It just seems not believable. So yeah, hard to suspend disbelief, but it was well written. Yes, I can see why people like it and they think it's important. But I think that was my first time reading a not science fiction, speculative fiction book, and thinking just thinking, I don't ever see this happening. Even with a fantasy book or a science fiction book, it's a little easier to suspend your disbelief, because the world that it's portraying has a completely different set of rules. But with something like The Handmaid's Tale, where it's speculative fiction, and it's supposed to show something that could actually take place within the realm of possibility in this universe, it didn't seem likely. Yes. So now I am not reading a book. I'm trying to figure out what to read next. I started Anne of Green Gables, but I wasn't really feeling it. Which I will read it eventually. I'm just not in the mood. I feel like I need something like fluffy. I feel like I just went through a lot of really heavy books, and I need something like fluffy and YA maybe. And I know Anne of Green Gables is like technically a children's book. It's pretty fluffy in and of itself, but I don't know. Yeah. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, guess what has started up again? Legend of Korra. You usually have to wait like a year and a half, 2 years for the next season to come. But no, this time we only had to wait like a few months? Yeah, because it ended during the summer and it's October now. So it's been like 3 months. So go figure. I don't know. I think they're just trying to burn it off because it's not really something that makes them a lot of money. And they're not even showing it on TV anymore. They're only releasing episodes online. So I don't know if you'd have access to that over there in Tokyo. I know sometimes you can't watch videos. Like sometimes videos on American channels are only available for streaming within the United States. But if you have access to it somehow, you should watch it, because the first couple of episodes have been really good. I've liked it a lot. It kind of picks up 3 years after last season's events. So, did you ever finish last season, by the way? It was really good. It was much, much better than season 2. So, yes. And let's see. I actually have to go to work now. I hope that you're doing well, and I hope that you get back to me. Please give me an update on your life. I want to know how you're doing. Take care. I love you. Bye.